Hey guys, Jess here, and it's time for your weekly Gears recap. Tuesday was August 1st and the first Tuesday of the month, and following tradition, this means that Title Update 10 was dropped, so let's take a look at what it brought us. For maps, the fan favorite Canals was remastered. As with all remasters, this one is beautiful when you look at the details, and I can't wait for those intense races to the long shot. The other map we're receiving is Forge Blitz. Yep, that's right, another reskin of a Gears 4 map. As some fans have brought up, this is 2 months in a row that we've gotten a remake and a reskin. This doesn't really confirm anything, but there's a bit of unhappy speculation going on. If the Coalition has some new maps up their sleeve, certainly they would have rather spread out the pain rather than bunching it all up like this, right? Just my thoughts, but the fact that we've gotten a reskin 2 months in a row makes me think that we'll be getting at least one more. On a somewhat brighter note, pun totally intended, Forge Blitz actually has a decent number of changes to it, and the overall reception from the community has been quite positive. Forge was never one of the popular maps, but people seem to really like this new version, including myself. Well, I mean aside from the fact that it's a reskin. As always, for those of you with the Season Pass, you're now able to hop into the developer playlist and try these out for yourself. If you don't own the pass, don't worry, the maps will be added to the standard rotation in a couple days. Enough of the maps though, what else did the title update bring with it? To start, some of the escalation rings have been moved around to allow for better gameplay. Hopefully these changes allow for an increase in map count on the Pro Circuit too, as the current selections are getting a bit repetitive. Speedrunning in Horde has received a nerf, it appears. Well, the ones on Blood Drive and War Machine, that is. There are still a couple other runs out there, but the two most preferred speedruns have received a nerf. Personally, I like this. Speedruns get pretty boring, but I do see why people are frustrated, and I do think there are some other routes the Coalition could have taken here. For any of you playing as JD, Kate, or Del, you may be hearing a wider variety of dialogue now. This update increased the frequency and the number of lines for these characters, which brings these characters more in line with the much more vocal characters we've been getting in the latest Gearpacks. The last major update to come from this title update is good news for you PC players. The Season Pass issue seems to finally have been resolved. So get out there and enjoy the developer playlist while it lasts. When it comes to skins, we've seen a few official releases and a few not so official releases. The last of the community Gnashers is now in-game. Rodrigo Pedroza V, better known as R. Capt Molo V, I hope I said that correctly, his Bloody Rust Gnasher is now in-game, and will hopefully be available later this month. Congratulations, Rodrigo. And this month's craftable character is Classic Commando Dom. He'll be available in any of this month's Gearpacks, but only as an extra rare bonus. Seriously, do not waste your credits on him because he'll be craftable later this month. On top of this, the Weapon Collector 3-packs were released on Friday. These go for 400 credits and give you a chance at 2 animated and 1 static skin sets. The paintball skin that became popular in Judgment is this month's static skin. The 2 animated skins, Pulse and Scan, are okay, but they're also very similar to each other and nothing too special. This pack was also available briefly on Tuesday, though it wasn't meant to be, and it included a skin called Snaked. Say that 5 times fast. This skin is no longer included in this pack, so if you've been trying to get it, you are out of luck. Some of you may enjoy these skins, but I'll probably be saving my credits for the next one. I will say this though, they do give some pretty good scrap. Seems like a lot of news, right? Yeah, well, totally doesn't stop there. Let's speed around a few things. First, the Coalition are hiring, so check out this image to see if any of these roles apply to you. We all remember the Gears movie and Gears comics that are being worked on, right? Well, this tweet from Rod shows that we may be getting another novel at some point. Any Sniper fans out there? Well, someone noticed this in the first episode of Gears Esports Off-Season. This image came up on the screen briefly. It's hard to see, but there he is, chilling right there, the Locust Sniper. This was only on screen for a very brief time, like super brief, so it's hard to believe that someone actually caught this. Nice catch. And to finish off the news for this week, we got a nice post and video from Octus and Ryan on Thursday. They are continuing to test the bounce mechanics and the Gnasher. At launch, the wall bounce had a delay, thus limiting movement speed and limiting some of the strategies in competitive play. In Phase 1 of the tuning beta, some tests were done to remove this cooldown. Now we're getting a new alternative that hasn't been seen before. If you wall cancel, your next slide to cover range will only be 75% of the standard range. This still allows for quick bouncing, but requires a more trained and controlled movement style. Theoretically, this won't have any effect on the majority of us, including myself, who don't bounce at high speeds. At the same time, though, this will allow for an increased skill gap while also somewhat limiting the infamous hyperbounce. The competitive 2.0 beta is now live with double XP, so go check it out and provide some feedback. And that's going to do it for your Gears recap this week. Let us know below, what did you guys think of these changes? As always, likes and subs are appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.